Walking in the side door, I had to step quickly into the chapel. I tried to make that something I did every day. When you look down the hall, you just think of all the students, and when the bells ring and the halls are filled with kids, and that's the joy of the whole thing. I just love this school, and it's so great to come back. I started here, never thought I'd be a teacher. I didn't know what I was gonna do. I actually saw an Army recruiter, and Mr. John O'Brien kept calling me up, saying, "You gotta come to Stang, we want you here," and this and that, and I never left. Some of the people here has helped mold my life. Most important was John O'Brien. He was like a second father to me. He took me under his wing. Good old John, he'd be way down the hall, and he'd say, George, come here. And I said, no, I got class. Because I was worried, I was afraid of the nuns too. And so I'd run all the way down there, and he'd say, how's it going? And then I'd be late. I'd be trying to get back, and I'm late for class. And, we had a special relationship for the whole time that I was here. What more can I say? I never even applied to be principal of Bishop Stang High School. I was told I was going to be the principal of Bishop Stang. So when that happened and I took over, hope that they would say is that I was here for their best interest. This means so much to me. It just brings that such emotion because when I came here, I didn't even know I was going to be a teacher, and all of a sudden I found this place that was so special to me. And it still is.
I would say, for the most part, I've had Catholic education from kindergarten to college. I went to a parish grammar school, St. Anthony's Grammar School. In the first early years of Stang, parents wanted me to go there because they felt it would be a good opportunity for me, and I did too. And it was. We had a spectacular football team. We were the Class C state champions, undefeated season my senior year at Stang. Carlin Lynch was the strength behind all of us back then. He was a super person, no question about it. Do the best that you can in everything you can do, and pray to God and ask for help. That was something personally he told me. He was a very important man in all of the lives of the football players. One of the best persons I've ever known. How did it mold my life? I think it probably gave me the ability to work hard and get a result. The most important thing to me is my family and my wife. I married my high school sweetheart, Diane, and the fact that we've been a very religious family. Religion is important to us and important to my kids, and Stang has given us that. And it's been a very wonderful life, and I have to attribute it to my education. I thank the teachers and the people who did that at Stang for me. It was wonderful. It was a great opportunity, and I hope more people get an opportunity to use Stang like I did.
I've come up to football games a number of times because Dennis Golden, who's the head coach of the football team, I played for his father in college. So we had the tour, and it really was funny because, I'd be walking around and saying, okay, this looks familiar. And then all of a sudden I'd get a little rushed and going, oh yeah, I remember the time we did this. And just bringing back memories. So a lot of kids say, oh, they dread Sunday night because they have to go to school the next day. I love Sunday night. And it wasn't just the fun part of it. It was the learning part of it. It was the quality of the teachers. Stang taught me leadership skills. I was a captain for pretty much all the teams I played for. I give the credit for that to the education I received at Bishop Stang. George Milo, who was the principal at the time I was here and the head football coach, as he coached, he taught you things. Things like being respectful, loving your teammates, those are the type of things that, I was very lucky to have George Milo to help me do, learn that type of thing. I think what Stang does is they produce people that are real, compassionate. When you get someone that's willing to maybe sacrifice a little bit as opposed to, someone who's only thinking of themselves. And I think, we need more and more of those. Just thinking about, getting on the field, getting the opportunity to do what I did on the field. It's something that, I'll always remember. I'll always be proud of. A lot of my good friends are still my good friends, and they're, guys that I played baseball with or guys that I played football with. You can't replace that.
When I come back to Stang, I just feel a welcoming warmth, just knowing that I can still come back to this community and still feel a part of it. I turned down this job the first 2 times it was offered to me, but God was persistent. After I got here, I was like, what was I thinking? This is a wonderful community. I think what made me stay was the sense of genuine faith building, the sense of family, and I wanted to be part of that. I was never the first one here in the morning, but often I was the last one to leave at night. It would be me and Charlie, the janitor. And I wanted them to feel like there was always somebody here if they needed somebody to be here. Knowing that there are students out there who don't have the resources to come here, but really badly want to come here, and they wonder why they can't, if it's just a matter of money. And I just hope that people come to the realization that you're not given what you have to keep it to yourself. That's not why God gives us the gifts He gives us. He gives us those gifts so that we can share them with other people. So if you can help a kid to come to Stang, do it. Please do it. You know what it's like. You walk in this building and you feel different because God lives here. My hope for the future of Bishop Stang is that it will continue to thrive. It will continue to educate well-rounded disciples of Christ.